Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, November 25th, and today we will cover some trades for YieldMax funds. We'll cover MSTY, TSLY, NVDY, maybe even ULTY, and then I want to look at them compared to their new competitors, in-house competitors, the 25 percenters. Obviously, we want to see, it's the same fund, same idea, but what will perform better? What has been performing better? What's a better option based on your strategy? So I want to do that actually going forward because I think it'll be fun. But yeah, let me know your thoughts as we go. Also, let me know for those of you that are live here, is audio good? Is there no snap, crackle, pop? Are we good to go? Or are we turning this crap off? All right. Looks like we're loud and clear. Thank you, brother. So let's refresh CoinMarketCap and see how we doing. Well, we were at 89. Now we're at 87. It's all right. Progress. All right. Slowly but surely. All right. I got someone confirming from X. Thank you, Paul W. You the man. You the man. Here from Blossom. Look at this. All right. Welcome, Blossomer. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not on Blossom enough, but I'll try. I'll try since you're here. All right. So let's take a look real quick too. I wanted to let everyone know it's a short week this week. The stock market is closed on Thursday, Thanksgiving, obviously. I don't think anyone needs a reminder for that. But did you know that Friday is an early close? The stock market will close at 1 p.m., which is kind of annoying. So if you have contracts expiring on Friday, you don't have much time. So you may want to consider making the roll or the closeout or whatever you plan on doing on the Wednesday. I know I will. I'm not going to do it all on Friday. That's for damn sure. So we really have tomorrow, and then a little bit of Friday. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Plus, you never know on Thanksgiving how much, how many beers, how much wine you'll have. By the time you get up, you'll forget about it anyway. But oh crap, I'm in the money. I'm assigned. I'm kidding. You'll be fine. But yeah, I just want to let everyone know that in case you didn't know. And of course, at the end of this video, Group 1 will declare their distribution for this week. You can see Group 1 declares on November 25th, which is today. Ex-dividend date will be tomorrow, Wednesday. Markets open. Yay! But we will not get paid on the Thursday. You will get paid on the Friday because, again, Thursday is a bank holiday, You ain't going to get paid on your little bank holidays, all right? Because God forbid, right? God forbid they can function on a freaking holiday. Like you need a human there anyway. What's going on? But whatever. Let's get to it. Let's get to the fun. So here is the new YieldMax spreadsheet. Let's see what's going on. I'll do the proper zoom in. Let's try 200%, and then we'll go from there. I did refresh everything here. You can see 1125. Well, the distros did not all refresh. That's weird, but that's all right. ETF info. Again, this is kind of where we store it all. Outstanding shares, website outstanding shares, assets under management, 30-day IV, 7-day IV. But let's look at the assets under management. Again, we're picking up everything. At least from what we see. Let's see, is there anything not getting picked up? No, it looks like we're good. So yeah, the largest fund is still MSTY. All right. The second largest is NVDY. NVDY has come a long way. They're like an OG. They've been around since, I don't even know, not as long as TSLY, but pretty, very shortly after that. So you got to respect the NVDY. And then you got ULTY. Again, they've been fighting. They are fighting. They're doing their best. They're making changes to become, one of the best funds out there because they are different. That is for sure. And we'll take a look at what they're up to lately. And then of course there's TSLY, $1.1 billion fund. And then Coney's under a bill, and it's been under a bill now. So we'll see what happens with that. But again, crypto, it's been a rough time in crypto. People are getting scared. scared, rightfully so, right? Bitcoin's been tumbling down. It looks like it's trying to recover. So hopefully, more of that will come. But again, I don't know. I am done getting my hopes up. So I'm starting to just, let me just expect the worst, right? Expect it'll be 75,000 at some point. And then if it goes to 90, I'll be, oh my God, I'm so excited. All right. Anyway, YMAX 747 mil, Platy 572 mil. And then, of course, YMAG, MZ, and some others. But the loser funds, who's the loser of the group? 5E. Wow. I did not see that. 8 mil, right? I mean, I wouldn't really call that a loser, but comparably to the other funds, very, very low assets under management. Surprise. Wow. QDTE, this is surprising. I don't understand how an index-based zero DTE fund, like this is something, QDTY would, to me, represent a little safer option with a respectable yield. But, again, it is what it is. It's where it's at. And yeah, and it's been around. It's been around a while, so there's no excuses now for it. IV wise, if we look, again, something wrong with Platy. I don't know why Platy would show such a high yield. Obviously, that's an error of some sort. But if we look at, the individual underlyings, Maro is the highest with Mara 91%, C3AI 89%, and Circle 80%. MSTR is dropped. It looks like everything is dropping. I'm starting to look at the VIX now, and the VIX has been dropping. For yesterday, it dropped a lot, right? That means volatility is dropping. So if I look here, I do track it on the Roddy now. The latest price was around 21. Under 20 is calm, low. And then, it's technically markets are stable. Risk is perceived as low. But right now we're still above 20, which is defined. I got this from some website. Defined as moderate uncertainty, and investors are cautious. Expect some swings. So again, something going to track going forward. But obviously, you can see the drop in volatility here because MSTR was much higher the other day, and so was some of these others. All right, now we're going to do the daily compare, where we're going to take a look at the underlying stock and we're going to see how it reacted. And then we're going to look at it compared to the ETF, the covered call ETF. And if it has a 25%er, we're going to compare the same. All right. So MSTR, this is over, we'll say, the last week or so. When was the freaking 19th? I can't keep track anymore. I don't even know. But, this is maybe too much data. Let's do it after the distro because it kind of gets annoying with the distro in the way. But let's do this. Okay. So Friday, yeah, this will be the Friday and then the Monday. So Friday, MSTR went down 3.74. Yesterday went up 5. MSTY went down Friday 3.2. And then yesterday, MSTY actually beat MSTR. MSTY went up 5.42%. I mean, it really sucks. They're in single digits, but that's a good recovery day. MSTY, they went down 3.78 and then went up 5.14%. So MSTY is the winner. MSTY beat MSTR and MSST. So look at that. Look at that. Didn't see that coming, huh? All right, now let's move on to NVIDIA. NVIDIA on the Friday, they went down about 1%. And then on the Monday, yesterday, they went up 2. NVIDIA went down 0.88. And then NVIDIA yesterday, look at that. Look at that. Because keep in mind, man, after some big drops, if they're, these covered call ETFs, yeah, they'll be out of the money then. So plus, the time value is going. So, they beat it, but not by much, by, 2.27% versus 2.05. But then we got NVIT. NVIT went down 0.98% Friday, which is more than both, actually, NVIDIA and NVIDIA. What the heck? Winner MSTR. What am I pulling from here? I got to fix the formula. All right, so where's this pulling from? Yeah, this one's doing it right. All right, let's see. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. All right, I gotta drag this down a little bit. Just a little bit. How's everyone doing this morning? How you doing? How you doing? Good morning, all. All right, let's just check here. We got some winner chicken dinners. Is this one even pulling right? Okay. All right, so anyway, NVIT, is that what we're calling it? NVIT. They went up 2.11%. They did beat NVIDIA, but they did not beat NVIDY. So NVIDY, so far, the covered call ETFs, the OGs, beaten the 25%ers. Interesting. Only a 2 days, only a 2-day view. We'll see over time, though. All right, Friday, coin went up 0.94%. Monday, yesterday, they went up 6.47. So Coney captured 0.68 from the Friday and 5.67 from yesterday. Okay, what about oh no, they don't have a 25%er. That would have been a good one to compare against, but either way, coin did beat Coney. So you know what we say about that, right? Nah. All right, let's keep going. It's been a while since we had some cone heads up in here. All right, how did Tesla do on Friday? They went down 1%, and yesterday they kicked ass. They went up 6.82. So, yeah, I mean, Tesla's nuts. It's nuts. I really think the Tesla 25% fund is going to do much better than Tesla, but that's just my thought without even looking at it or comparing it or whatnot. But anyway, TSLY, they went down on the Friday, 0.82, and then yesterday they captured 5.52, which is really good. Now let's see what Test did. Test went down a little more on the Friday, but then Test, oh my God, these stupid formulas. Were these ever right? Yeah, they weren't. All right, so we gotta, if AD is blank, blah, blah, blah. If AE is greater than AL, then do AD1. If not, then do AJ. Okay. And then here, is this one right? Yeah, this one's right. Okay. Whoops. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. I could fly. All right. Anyway, hold button over. What do we got here? Test. What do we got? 1%. They went down on the Friday, so they did beat Tesla. And then on the Monday, yesterday, they went up 6.07%. They did not beat Tesla, but they did beat TSLY. So good job there. And then, of course, the 2 days after, don't worry about that because that's just, the weekend, brah. All right. Okay, let's move on. Now we're going to go to Plater. All right, let's see how they did. Plater on Friday went down 0.5%, and then Monday went up 4.7. Plady went down 0.54. So they beat Plater on the Friday. But big up day Monday. They did not capture all the upside, but they became pretty damn close. They went up 4.06%. So not bad there. SMCI. Wow, 2 up days. This is unusual for them. They went up 2% on the Friday and then 3.5 on the Monday. SMCY captured 1.3 and then 3.49. Not bad. Not bad at all. Good job for both of them. Amazoni went up Friday by 1.6 and then Monday 2.5. AMZ captured 1.3 and then 1.97. Again, not the full upside, but close, very close. Not like nothing insanely surprising. So that's good. Robinhood, what can we say? Robinhood's getting beat up. Friday they went up 1%, and then yesterday, nice capture, 7%. Boom, upside, baby. Let's go. All right, what about Hui though? If you own Hui, you're mad. You're under 50. Well, you captured 0.31, and then yesterday you captured 5.8 versus 7.15. So again, that's not bad. Covered call ETFs. Again, their covered calls may be blown through. We don't know. Hopefully they have some credit call spreads up in there. Then you got AMD. AMD down on the Friday, down 1, and then up 5.5. So AMDY went down 1.56 and then up 4.61. So they did worse on the Friday on the down day, and they did worse on the Monday on the up day. So again, we don't know. Friday's always the busy day with the trade day. We don't know how things go there, but the timing just doesn't look to be worked out. But it's not terrible. GDX, again, one of the most underrated funds, in my opinion. Gold, right? Anyway, they went up 0.93% on the Friday. Then Monday, they went up 5.85. GDXY, they only went up 0.13% on the Friday. That's a little ugly right there. And then Monday, they went up 4.1. Okay. Good enough. Reasonable. Meta, up 0.8 on the Friday, then up 3.16 on the Monday. Phoebe with a nice capture. In fact, a nice beating. They went up 0.98%. They did beat Meta on then. But yesterday, not full capture. They did go up, though, 2.35%. Not bad. Not bad. Again, the covered call ETFs, when the underlying goes up, the covered call ETF will usually lag a little bit, right? Especially when it's not a big jump, right? In fact, if it's a little jump, the covered call ETF may beat the underlying. But as the increase and share price grows, in such a short time frame, you may see that the covered call ETF could lag, as we'll find out. Like right here, just Google it. They went up 3.33% on the Friday, and then Monday, what a day! Man, Google, you don't see Google moving like this, up 6.28%. So what did GUI do? Well, they captured 2.3 on the Friday. That's not terrible. And then they captured 4.86% on the Monday. Again, not terrible. We're not ecstatic about it, but it could be worse. Netflix, they went down 1.29 on the Friday, up 2.5 on the Monday. Netflix essentially down the same on the Friday, but a little less actually. And then they went up more. See what I'm talking about? They actually went up more than the underlying yesterday. They went up 2.81. So that is a nice win for Netflix. Again, a lot of these funds have been getting destroyed lately because the stock market is getting destroyed and their underlyings are getting destroyed. So, what can you do, bruh? All right, Apple, Friday, they went up 1.97, and then Monday, they went up 1.63. All right, so how did Apple, OG Apple, that's what we call them, OG Apple. They went up 1.4, and then Apple, right here, went up 1.32. Okay, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Come on. All right, so MSFT, this is Microsoft, right? Windows, right? Welcome. You got mail. Actually, that's AOL. But Microsoft went down 1.3. MSFO went down 1.1. MSFO for the win. And then not a big update for them. Everyone else went up decent amount, but Microsoft went up a little bit. They only went up 0.4, and MSFO more than doubled that, whooping some ass up in her. They went up 0.97%. So MSFO, look at you, bro. You did good. You did good. Good job. Good job, buddy. All right, IBIT. Again, crypto time. IBIT went down 2% on the Friday and then up 5.4 on the Monday. Okay, how about you, YBIT? They went down a little less on the Friday, 2.01, and they captured 5.28% on the Monday. Perfect. We like it. All right, more crypto action. Mara versus Maro. All right, Mara went down 1.66% on the Friday. Maro went down more. What's up with that, bro? You went down 1.97? That's a yuckity-doo-dah. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Mara went up 11.32% yesterday. What in tarnation? Holy crap. Maro, you don't see this. You don't see this often. A covered call ETF up 10% in a day? Oh boy. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Almost $10 too. But wow, I don't know. They must have been way out of the money on those calls. I don't know. Those credit call spreads must have been tighter. We don't know. But good job. Good job there. All right, last but not least, how did the Qs do? Friday, they went up about 0.75. And Monday, they went up 2.5. How did ULTY do? ULTY went up what? ULTY went up 2.3% on the freaking Friday? Wow. Wowza. Is that right? I don't know, bro. I don't know, but they whooped Q's ass. All right, what about Monday? Well, they went up 1%, so they didn't whoop Q's ass on the Monday, but still, that's Friday was a good day for the ULTYers, right? What do we call them? The ULTYers or the ULTADODs? All right, so now, again, do we look at the trades? Sometimes. Why are my panes not frozen here? I got to freeze the freaking panes up on her. Here we go. Well, I guess Google Sheets doesn't call them panes. All right, let's just look at the ones we're supposed to be covering today. Today's gonna be the day. MSST by the close, 11 cents, 217.50. Yeah, so what are they doing? They're closing at 217.50. That expired again Friday, short week, so it makes sense that they're going to start closing them. And then they rolled it down to a 205. Okay, so yeah, 205 though it's still out of the money, 14.5% out of the money, but they rolled it out and down. Okay, hopefully that works out for them. We shall see. $6,800 income. Buy to close, just a buy to close, a solo buy to close. This is interesting. 48 cents on the 200, out of the money, easy win. Easiest money ever gonna make. All right, what else we got? We got NVDY. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be covering NVDY and NVDY, right? What are you doing here? Buy to close, 10 cent. This one expired Friday, was a 200, and then they're rolling that here out to December 19th. Again, the 25% funds, you'll notice they don't do weekly necessarily. They go out further sometimes. And you can see here, this is not even the next week, right? No, it's not even the next week after that. It's the week after that. What? 12.19, 186 strike. What? 1% out of the money? What the hell happened there? I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to look at TSLY because again, I said I'd cover for today. We change it up now. We don't have consistency anymore, but we'll do what the people want. And for now, I don't know what the people want, but I want to compare the 25%ers to the covered call ETFs. So here's test. Buy, call, sell, put. They're adding to their synthetic position. Strike price 405. Okay, then they're selling a call. Look at that. December 19th expiration. 460 strike price. There you go. 10% out of the money. All right. Again, far expiration, almost a month out, 10% out of the money. Is it okay for TSLY? You never know, man. Tesla's been up, down, all around, so could be. And then ULTY, forget about it. Look at this. Look at this thing. Oh, my. You got this. Typically, this means like they're selling underlying. So unless we're tracking QSIPs, which we're not, ETF Inspector, I believe he still does that. Shout out to him. Go check out his channel if you want like some detailed ULTY stuff. Buy to close. What do we got? 15 cents. So they're closing some stuff. Looks like mostly winners. Buying puts, huh? Yeah, they're still buying put protection, but we'll look at the holdings too. And what's all this? YMAG. Damn, that's a lot. Looks like a reallocation day on the YMAG side. So yeah, so that's the update on the trades. Then we got realized 7, right? It's like the 7th round of weeklies. So you can see how much each fund made so far this week. Per share basis, any big ones, Circo, $2.98 per share. Obviously, that's an eye opener. Let's see. Marrow, good job, 48 cents. MSST bringing in 27 cents. Again, this is for this week. Has nothing to do really with this week's distribution. NVDY with a nice 52-cent solid win there. All right, so moving on to holdings. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the holdings of the first let's look at TSLY. TSLY's first in line. You guys got to check this out. Like, I got to zoom out because this is insanity. Look at how many covered calls they have. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 3. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. All right. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, and then 2 more down here. 9 covered calls. They are scattered, but they are in the money, man. What's going on? In the money. 4% in the money, 3% in the money. And then obviously they did open new trades, and these are out of the money. And when do they expire? Friday. All right. Black Friday, when your Amazon bill goes to $1 million, right? Or whatever bill goes to $1 million. But yeah, man. It's Tesla's been up. Today looks like a red day, though. I do have stock analysis up. The indexes look red as well. But if I pull up Tesla, if I could talk, they are down about 0.5% at the 415 level. And again, their lowest strike is 400, though. So just keep that in mind. How are their synthetics doing? They got a 450 and a 470. Oh, my goodness. All right. So you got to pay, what, 66 mil and 95 mil? The dudes have 29 and 24. Yeah, man, this is not good. But can Tesla catch up to that? Maybe not. But these expired January 16th, so no reason to call the gold diggers. No reason to sing yet, right? But yeah, so that's TSLY. And again, the size of the fund, 1.1 bill. The NAV, 766. They're going to do a reverse split, all right? So they're going to be a higher price soon, and all things are going to change. You're going to be like, oh, my God. All right, but anyway, the synthetic contracts, what I guess, 27,919. They're selling calls on about 93% of that position, and they got credit call spreads on the whole shebang. All right, but now might as well just take a look at test right after TSLY. Right, it's down here somewhere. I know you're going to get dizzy. Welcome to the club. All right, where the hell? There it is. All right, so now we look at test. Again, same thing as TSLY, just less aggressive because they don't have to pay a massive distribution. They're paying a target 25% annualized yield. Make sense? Voila. All right, so what are they going to do? All right, well, they're synthetics 4 or 5 if you care about that. Let's look at the covered calls. I'm not sure why it keeps going in a different funky order. I got to check the sort, but whatever. Oh, maybe, expiration date. Okay. So there's on the call, their lowest strike is 435, which is still 4% out of the money. And then their higher strikes are 430. Well, no, this is not a higher strike. It's just further dated, 12/19. So this 435 expires Friday. This 435 expires December 19th. But then they got a 460 expiring on December 9th. Well, no, December 19th as well. But yeah, and then they got credit call spreads, of course. So again, different, less aggressive. This is something like if you look at Curve, TSLP, I believe is their ticker. That's one that has a similar, I would say, strategy. At least the last time I looked at them, they typically sell covered calls about a month out, I think, further out of the money. So it does allow them to capture, a lot of the upside too. They'll pay a lesser yield, but they will should capture more of the upside. So again, I think over all the 25% funds, I believe Test is going to be the best comparably to the other fund. Like Test versus TSLY, I think is going to have, a big advantage. But we'll see. All right, I need to take a sip of coffee. All righty, let's do this. All right, so that was test. This is a test. All right, now we're just going to scroll all the way back. Yep, here we go. All right, who's next? God, I don't know. My voice is leaving me. Okay. All right, NVIDIA's up next. So what are they doing? What are you doing? They got a 195 and they got a 200. NVIDIA's at 182. So their synthetics are down too. But again, they probably opened it before the market went bye bye bye. Down we go. All right. And then what about their cover calls? Well, yeah. They're in the money on one, and then they're out of the money on the rest of them. They got 4 of them. They're all right. They're doing all right. They all expire Friday. I mean, not bad. Not bad spot. NVIDIA, no complaints right there. Assets under management, again, big fund, 1.6 bill, NAV 14. Staying strong, man. They launched at 20. They paid you back your freaking investment already, and they're still doing good. I called them the GOAT in the beginning. Should we just keep them as the GOAT? I mean, their underlying pretty much is the GOAT, right? So, all right, synthetic contracts, 88,000. They're doing credit call spreads, covered call on the whole shebang, all right? But yeah, their synthetic is not worth money. All right, they're in the negative, so it's okay. It's okay, bro. It's okay. We won't judge you on that. All right, now let's look at NVIT comparably to see how far out of the money their covered calls are. Let it be. Let it be. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. 185. That's their synthetic. What's it at again? 182. Their synthetics. But again, they just freaking launched, so it should be close to it. What about their covered calls, expiration dates? Both of them expire in December, the week before. Merry Christmas, baby. Oh, what a scatter do you do here? A 186, only 1% out of the money. Isn't that the one they just opened? Let me go back to the freaking trades here. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Come on, where the hell? Where's NVIT? Yeah, 186. Like, what the hell? They just opened that. I don't understand. What? I don't understand why. You know, you got the 200, fine, great, that's fine. That gives them plenty of room and time. But then they go a little tighter there, and this is half of their position. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, NVIT. You got some explaining to do. All right, whatever. But we'll see how maybe it'll work out. All right, assets under management, 1.2 mil. The NAV is 49.57. Okay, great. Synthetic contracts, total 34. Covered calls. Obviously, I did not update this. This is going to be the 34 plus the 34. We'll do what? 6 plus 7? 6, 7, as the kids say. There we go. Oh, wait. Yeah, I didn't even update the freaking synthetic contract number. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this is the one I didn't update. See, sometimes you rush and you don't get it done. We are what they thought they were. All right, so this should be, 9 and 10. Yeah, 9 and 10, I guess. 9, 10. Yeah. All right, yeah, so 68 contracts, 68 covered calls, 68 credit call spreads. So, yeah. Synthetic, yeah, it's not really, although I'm probably not even adding up the right fields, which I'm not. But yeah, it's in the negative anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It'd be 3 plus 11. All right, but whatever. All right, that's NVIT versus NVIDIA. And then now, last but not least, we will look at MSTY. Hi, MSTY. So we got to scroll. There we go. All right, so MSTY, how we doing? Well, MSTR price is 179. And I gotta be honest, when I first saw these synthetics, I said, what? You got a 255. All right, it's January, but it's 255. What? And then there's a 270. And then there's a 270 in December. Okay, what is happening? The gold diggers, they want $1 billion back. They want $1 billion back. Our broke loser dude friends down here, they can only pay 24 mil. So, I mean, for real? I mean, what's going on? What's going on? You know? She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger. Way over town. That digs on me. Oh, all right, for real. It's been a while, but yeah, man. Oh yeah, that's worthy. That is worthy of the gold digger. See the pink? It's a lady. See the green? It's a dude. And yeah, MSTR though, not so nice lately. Bitcoin, not so nice. So our put ladies, they're gonna want our money. They're gonna want our money. We're gonna have to pay them, and it is what it is. But don't worry, we won't focus on them anymore. We sang the song. We shall move on and take a look at this. Scatter-doo. All right, how many calls? A lot. Their lowest strike is a 182.50. Their highest strike is the 200. What about the expiration dates? All on Friday. Wow. Now they are just like, they're ready for it all. They said, don't sing it, bring it. All right. So, yeah, I mean, I like it. But we'll see how it goes. Again, anything can happen. Today looks like what? Red day? I mean, God forbid we have two green days in a row. That would be too much to ask for. Yeah, it's already down. It's down 2.3%. So, yeah, man, crazy. You crazy, man. I love you, but crazy. All right, assets under management, 1.9 bill, approaching the 2 billion number again. The NAV is 718. It's getting there. Everyone's asking, will it recover? Like, what does that mean? What do you mean, will it recover? Recover to what? Recover to 20? Yeah, good luck, bro. I mean, that's almost triple the price. So for MSTY to triple, I think you have an idea what MSTR has to do, okay? So, yeah. Is it going to recover to $10? Of course, yeah, that's possible for sure. But you're not $40. Yeah, dream on, $40. No way. 30, no way. 20, I'm not gonna say no way. MSTR it's capable of anything, but doubtful, very doubtful. 10, very doable. But we'll see, man. Crypto's got to behave. It's been very, very mean. All right, synthetic contracts. How you doing? Well, we got 108 thou. We're selling calls on 76% of our position, and then we got credit call spread on 22% of that position. All right, so that's a MSTY. Of course, MSTY has a comparable, a 25%er, a safer version, right? MSST. So we'll take a look at them. Do they got a gold digger? Close. They got a 192, but we won't sing for that. We won't sing for 192. All right. Plus, you don't want to hear me sing again. So we got that. What do we got covered call wise? We got 2 calls, 2 strikes expiring December 19th. Again, almost a month away. 205 and 220, 14 and 22% out of the money. So again, do you feel comfortable? Do you feel more comfortable with what you saw in the MSTY strikes, or do you feel more comfortable on these strikes, again, further dated out? That's a decision you'll have to make. And then the other decision is, can you live off a 25% yield versus, say, a 60% yield or a 70% yield or whatever the heck MSTY pays lately, right? So again, tough decisions for you guys. All right, assets under management, 1.1 bill. The NAV 46. Yeah, man, they launched at freaking 50. They're already at 46, but again, their opening day was a disaster. MSTR tanked. So what can you do? Synthetic. Oh my goodness, I didn't update this either. But yeah, they're doing calls on the whole thing, credit call spreads and the whole thing. So I wouldn't worry about that. All right, so that's the update on MSSST. Now we're going to do ULTY. ULTY. There we go. All right, hi, ULTY. What's ULTY doing? First, I just want to look at the tickers because, again, safer options, maybe. I got to take a sip of coffee. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was good. All right. What's ULTY doing? Well, they own Google. They own Costco. They own Meta. and now the Qs. Awesome, awesome, awesome. IBIT, a little bit of IBIT. SoFi in there, yeah, more Costco, Google. Yeah, so they're balanced out. Their average IV now, look, you're going to get a lesser payment. Just so you guys know, you're going to get a lesser payment. Your average IV is 54%. You know, what are they doing? Well, they're holding underlyings. Okay, that's great, right? That's wonderful, right? Well, what's their biggest holding when it comes to underlying? What is their largest holding? Well, in green, these are the larger holdings. Coinbase, TMF. This is actually a 20. This is the Treasury. This is a leveraged fund. It's a Direction Treasury bond fund. Yeah, 3x. It's 3x, but it's a bond fund, so probably don't move that crazy, right? Meta, QQQ, Palantir. I mean, this is a solid fund. Robinhood, VanEck, Mox, Gold. I mean, the future is bright here. The future is, oh, what the heck is this? 9% cash? I'll take 9% cash. But yeah, man, good stuff. Now, what trading-wise, I'm just going to skim. I don't even know what the hell they're doing trading-wise anymore. So here they're selling the call, buying the put. All right, we knew that. They always did that. Costco, selling the call, buying the put, selling the put. Okay. And then Circle, selling the call, buying the put. I want to see if there's any like with 1 or 4 or more. I think I heard Max Convexity say they're buying a call in IBIT. I don't see it though. All right, what are they doing on IBIT? They're doing a lot on IBIT though. Selling a call, buying the put, buying another put, selling a put, selling a call, and buying a. Oh, that's Robinhood. Yeah, so they're doing. Again, it's just a insanely active fund. Like this is like someone's own portfolio. You know, that they own various underlyings, they do options on them, but instead of them spending all that time, all that precious time, they're going to give 0.99 or whatever the percentage is now to YieldMax to do it. And if anything's worth the damn expense ratio, it's freaking ULTY. I mean, again, they're doing their best to make it a good fund. So they're keeping the high, you know, the crazy plays, SMR, yeah, IREN, yeah, these are high volatility plays, but they're mixing it up and they're adding a little safer options. Meta, you know, Meta, you would think is like undervalued, right? Because they tanked after earnings. I don't know if they ever recovered. So maybe that could be a steal at this, you know, wherever it's at. Costco, I don't know, but Costco's Costco. I love, you know, I always say they should launch a Costco fund. I know a lot of people like, oh, the yield stinks, but it's Costco, bro. It's always busy. I mean, name someone that goes to a Costco that's not busy. And if they exist, I'll move there. All right. What else? All right. So the 30-day, we talked about it, 54%. The size of the ULTY fund, 1.3 bill. All right. Also, last point here. I did a little breakdown for you guys, and I'll border it out for you. So we'll take, you know what, and I'll zoom in. See, that's the kind of man I am. All right, we'll do that for you, and then it's almost declaration time. But yeah, you can see the MSTY strikes. This is the price of MSTR. Here's the MSTY strikes. They have 8 of them, and then MSST has 2. Of course, I don't have the expiration dates, but whatever. You know, just know that MSST goes a little further out. So you can see the lowest call on MSTY is 1% out of the money. The lowest call on MSST is 14% out of the money, to give you guys an idea, you know, comparably. And then we can look at these. We could see, okay, what about NVDY versus NVIT? So NVDY, actually, I don't need this line. But NVIDIA, they have 4 strike prices. Lowest strike is 182.50. That's in the money. Lowest strike on this, again, surprisingly 186. I still don't get it. But look at the second one, 185 versus 200. So that's, you know, much bigger gap there. And then last but not least, we have TSLY versus Test. But we saw TSLY has so many strikes, 10 different strike prices, starting with 4% in the money. TES's first strike is 4% out of the money. And then the highest strike is 442.50, 5% out of the money versus 460, 10% out of the money. Again, expiration dates do vary, but yeah, keep that in mind. All right. So that's the update again on the 25 versus HY, 25 versus the high yielders. Let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, I think it's good to compare them. If they add more and more and more and more and more, it's going to be hard to track them. So I may have to ask you guys, you know, which ones you want me to cover. All right. And then, of course, we will now wait until the results come up for GuesstiMania. But until then, let me pop on some beats and go through some comments. What do we got? We got night driving. Sure, night driving. Nobody likes night driving, do they? I hate driving at night. All right, let me scroll back a little bit. Got an itch. We got 403. Not bad, not bad. On a random Tuesday morning before 7 a.m. on X and YouTube. Thank you guys and gals for joining. Yeah, scroll back in the comments. Does anyone have IBKR? What time do they pay their dividends usually? Who knows? Who knows? Are they delayed? I don't know. A lot of these brokers are delayed. Working on Thursday, Friday? Hell no. Well, define work, right? Define work. Bruce says, good morning. And how you doing? No, how you doing? All right, what else we got here? Did I miss winter? I didn't talk about winter. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about with winter? They I don't really talk about them. I mean, we could look at, I think I have a watch list with MSTR funds. And then winter, well, yesterday winter went down 3.5, right? Wow, MST went up 10% yesterday. MSTX went up 9, so that's good. But if you look at let's look at the 1 month, winter is up over a month in 20%. So winter is whooping everyone's ass when we scroll out 1 month, which is pretty damn good. So let's keep going with the comments. Okay. 5-0 is a supervisor. Look at you. Yeah, you get screwed though. I know, man. I know the feeling. I'm salary freaking too. It's don't pay to move up sometimes. You're better off staying low under the radar. Get that double time. All right, let's see. The Costco that isn't busy is called Sam's Club. No waiting in line because my club has no cash for it. So I'll scan the app. Yeah. Wow. Because it's all, yeah. I know I don't have a Sam's Club though. I have a whatever the hell it's called, the other one. BJ's, that's what it is. Looks like Parabolic's working the holiday. She says, happy Thanksgiving week, everyone. Let's see. Damn, every time I read this, Wolf, I'm like, ouch, it sucks. But I'm sure you're used to it by now. Is it the whole leg or like the knee, up to the knee? If it's up to the knee, then you have a prosthetic, right? The announcement is today, not, well, I'm just talking about group 1, Rodell, right? So we're gonna wait for the announcement. Want to watch winter drop, and I will buy in today. There's Jill McKee again. All right. Let's see. We love para. Is it para or TNA? Sorry, it's always TNA. Let's see what else we got. Okay, cool. At least there's that, right? I'm sure you're like a pro by now. But you could always, like, someone messes with you, you could take it off, right? The prosthetic, and hit him in the head with it. There's Kieran. All right, so what do we got? We got 3 minutes until Group 1 declaration. Does anyone care, though? Well, you should care. It's ULTY, right? ULTY, I think they're going to pay 5 cents. Again, this is the last payment until what? Reverse split. My reverse split numbers or dates, they tell me it's effective Friday, visible Monday, effective Friday. So this is the last payment you'll see with the reverse, with the pre-reverse split visuals. So starting the next week, again, such a nightmare on the spreadsheet. I don't even want to think about it, but I'm going to have to update all my figures. Very annoying. Very annoying. All right. So what else we got? Who we got here? We got 444 live on YouTube and X. I know it's early. I know. By the way, guys, go check out yesterday's morning show. I know if you like options, if you're thinking about options, but even if you don't even know what options is, I just think I want to have more discussions like that, with real normal everyday people who know their stuff, who know about options, who can talk about options, just the chit chat. And of course, like I said, I want to do a roundtable with some real people, and we could talk about YieldMax. We could talk about roundtable. We could talk about whatever the hell you guys want. And maybe that'll be, because I said I'm done after December. I stopped booking morning shows, so January's opened up. February's opened up. January, I'm just probably taking off. I'm just going to do my own thing on the Monday morning. And then maybe Tuesday, we can have some roundtable shows for anyone that's brave enough. There's my little one trying to FaceTime me. Oh, geez. But by the way, I'm getting a dog today. It's been a while since our other dog passed, but the kids need it, I think. So I don't even know if I can go live tomorrow. We'll see how the dog is. We'll see how the dog behaves and see how it goes. But yeah, there's that. Because I love chaos, right? Why not bring more chaos in the house, right? But I've always had a dog my whole life, and this is the longest I've went without a dog. But kids are a challenge enough for sure. Yes, I agree. SB Coffee and M Cheese were awesome. But I was told she only chose Coffee because coffee was taken. Kieran loved the option talk. Awesome. Glad you did. Parabolic loved it. All right. Let's see. Kind of dog. It's like a shepherd mix, smaller dog. Yeah, but seemed very patient, quiet, good, loving dog when we saw. So 6 months old too. Yeah, for sure. No, I love dogs, but kids have drained me. 2 boys, man. Woo-wee. Oh boy, no, I don't know. All right, I gotta check my phone. They probably announced. Yep, they announced. All right, let's plug these in. Okay. All right, YieldMax, 10 cents. Ew, 0.1012. Okay. What about YMAG? 0.1227. 0.1227. Okay, that's okay. ULTY, what do you got here? Yeah, I told you 5 cents. Although maybe I'll just round up to 6 anyway. It's 0.0594, so yeah, whatever. All right. What about feet? Smelly as feet. 0.3726. 0.3726. I told you I can never get feet and 5e right. Wait, did I yeah, I pay special them, I think. All right, 5e 0.2571. Oh my god, I got this one right. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, LFGY 0.3673. 0.3673, kind of in line. What we thought. GBTY 0.3051. 0.3051. Okay. SDTY 0.3370. What? Wait, this is not normal. SDTY a higher. Wait, 24 cents. When the hell? Wait, let's see what these others are first. Whoa. Oh, duh. You know what? See, this is why it's the volatility. So obviously they're paying much higher because they were trading 0 DTEs on very high volatility days. So I should have known better. I am way off on these. I'm always off on these though, so it's no surprise, but I kind of should have known that. All right, chippity doo dah. What do we got here? 0.4394, 0.4394, kind of in line there. And then salty, 0.574. A little lower than we thought, 0.574. Okay, so that's group one. Group one is nice and easy, very small. It's not like group two. Group two takes like forever and a day to read these out, but I'll read these out real quick. Let's go. Let's get the screen going. There you go. All right, YMAX 10 cents. That is a 50% yield. YMAG 12 cents, 43% yield. ULTY 5 cents, 76% yield. By the way, if the reverse split already happened, that would be 50 cents. Okay, so imagine 50 cents a week. Again, you'll own less shares, but 50 cents a week sounds cooler, right? Feet 37 cents, 72% yield. Very good yield on feet. 5e 25 cents, 42% yield. LFGY 36 cents, 68% yield. GPTY 30 cents, 36% yield. SDTY 33 cents, 39% yield. QDTY 41 cents, 49% yield. RGTY 48 cents, 62% yield. CHPY Chippy 43 cents, 41% yield, and Salty 57 cents, 77% yield. By the way, too, I wanted to show some gains since last Friday. Some big jumps. You can see that feed is up 4%, 5 is up 4%, 4.5% actually. GBTY up 2.85, LFGY up 4.25, Chippy up 3.7. Salty's down, but that's okay because the market's up, so that's good. But yeah, overall, some nice gains here on the the group one fund. So pretty good stuff right there. What do you guys think of the announcement? What do you do? What do you say? Are you happy with the yields? Who's the winner? Who's the 76%? Well, I guess no, Salty's the winner at 77%, and then ULTY at 76. All right, so let's read through some comments and we'll call it a day, because after all, we do have work, right? Yeah, for the most part, and the wife. But yeah, I don't expect much from the kids. I'm not gonna pretend like that's gonna happen, but over time, hopefully, here and there. I know that my 3-year-old is gonna love. She freaking loves dogs. He was super young when our other dog passed, but anytime he sees the dog, he loves it. Yeah, dogs are just, their life revolves around you, but it's they're good stuff. Let's see. All right. Actually, LA, I actually did decent. All right. You could say that on what? Where we at here? SDTY, I sucked. QDTY, I definitely sucked. RDTY, whatever. But hey, not bad. Actually, let me pull up. Where's my accuracy? I think I have an accuracy thing. Single digits on everything. Oh, wait, no. This is not. Crap. I'm on the wrong freaking column. All right, let me fix this. All right, I need BI, not BH. All right, never mind. Wow. Okay, it's worse than I thought. But percentage-wise, I did a 8 on 5e. I did a 8 on LFGY. I did a 8 on GPTY. I did a 8 on Chippy. I guess everyone else sucks. So yeah, I guess I did not do that as good as I thought. All right, let's see. Get pet insurance. I didn't, and when they live long, the cost is crazy. Yeah, I guess I'll have to look into that. It was never worth it back in the day, but maybe it's getting better. No, thank you, Rod. Thank you for being here. Yeah, he is. Big one, too. It'll just distract them, too, from beating the crap out of each other. Now they can, the dog will offset that. I hope. I don't know. 1. 2, get the hell out of here. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. But as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, come back tomorrow. Again, I plan on doing YieldMax again tomorrow, unless the dog is crazy. But assuming I come back and do YieldMax tomorrow, feel free to leave some comments down below on what type of content you want to see. But I'm thinking the same thing, and then obviously we'll cover the GuesstiMania results for Group 2, which is the ones you guys want to see at the end. All right, but yeah, man, yeah, I hope not. They did that to my old dog, and she'd never heard it fly, so she just took it. So hopefully that they're a little older. Well, at least the younger one knows better. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you, LA. We'll try to hop on yours. There's no chaos here. Does it have a name yet? Yeah, my 9-year-old named it Willow. So I don't know. I guess I'm still getting used to it. I don't know where he comes up with his freaking names, but Willow. But anyway, if you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like button. Again, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Outside of that, we got to think of a keyword. All right. We got 498 of you. Type them in now. So if you made it this far in the video you want to prove it, you gotta say the keyword. You have to say the baby. So, like I said, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on X and you want to prove it, you want to prove that you actually made it to the end of this long ass video, 1-4-minute video, you got to type in the keyword. All right? Make sense? It's pretty simple. All right, what do we got? We got 2 keywords. We got grateful, we got Willow, we got fur baby. All right, so Willow from Joe McKee, who still a newcomer. So what else we got? Willow. All right, I guess Willow wins. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to say the keyword. And Willow is coming here today. Maybe I'll share a picture in the Discord or Twitter or whatever. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I'm live tomorrow. It's up to Willow. But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, you know what to type in. I'm out of here. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Later.